The consequences of a consequence. I don't know what I'm saying, man. I'ma just keep on praying, cause I think it's one day, gang, we all gon' make it. Think I got me a plan, make a way for my man.
And they hate that. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that.
That's how we get it done, Rook. That's what mental toughness is about. Man, enjoy this moment. We made a statement out there.
Hey there, just wanted to see how you're feeling at the halfway point of the season. That rookie wall is coming for you, so you need to be prepared. When you get a chance, either call or text me back and let me know where you think you need the most work, alright? I'm sure your trainers are doing a great job, but a little extra input doesn't hurt, right?
Not yet. But when you are, you remember who shows you the ropes.
Yeah. I got you.
EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Halloween matchup. It's the Bengals and the Jets next on Madden NFL 22.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive. And under center, of course, is the #1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year #2, Joe Burrow.
And what a rookie season he had indeed. A knee injury knocked him out in Week 11 at Washington. And while the Bengals only won 2 of his 10 starts, I think everyone around the league and anyone who watched the NFL came away impressed. 13 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions, nearly 270 yards a game passing, the 3rd most by a rookie in NFL history.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
I mean, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Space to run past the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Looking to throw. And that's caught by Landry for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now. You can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Burrow. And that's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Crowder now to return. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, this is turning into something of a comeback season for Carter Landry, Charles. He's been, I think, a much bigger part of this offense than a lot of people expected.
He has said that being around this club has re-energized him, and he's really accepted his role as being the elder statesman of the team, the mentor to some of these guys. They call him Gramps, and it's a term of affection when they say it to him. It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he'll be out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and he wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 13-0 first quarter lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Crowder. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Open out of the left side, this is Cole. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bengals will get the football back. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Back to throw here. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. Underneath, he's got Brain. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman, and they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 3. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to widen their lead here in this first half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw a touchdown strike.
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that? He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season.
Get the sweaters out, my man.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Now it's Burrow. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. To the air again, Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now the Bengals will settle for three as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll get back three, but this remains a large deficit. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. The Bills trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. Robert Woods, a touchdown reception. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
It's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. 6 yards left on second down. They'll go again with Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Bengals will get the football back. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped him 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Underneath, he's got Brate. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Here we go. 180. Nice up. Let's go, let's go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Gostkowski's kick is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete here, pulled in by Brate. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Underneath, he's got Brate. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him playing and communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And Carl Lawson signed with the New York Jets in March of 2021 after 5.5 sacks with Cincinnati in the 2020 season. He was a 3-down player for the first time in his career last year. Now he gets to work with new Jets head coach Robert Saleh, hoping to double those numbers and getting the quarterback on the ground.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Looking to throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. John Franklin Myers providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 1st down, Bell. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Got his man. It's the veteran Landry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Barbara, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, one thing you can say about Carter Landry, he has always been a red zone threat, and he makes the catch there for a touchdown.
And part of the reason he's been such a threat is his size down near the goal line and his ability, even at his age, to continue to create separation. That's what made this front office say, let's go sign him and pair him with our quarterback. And that connection is working out quite well.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. First down, here's Burrow. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No as they take over. New York ready to go again offensively. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.
Shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me.